And while I get ready to turn it over to you all, I'm going to go ahead and start introducing and welcoming everyone to Ask the Trainers. This is our second session with Ask the Trainer. I am very happy with the turnout and the participation that we are receiving. Members' feedbacks, they're really enjoying it and taking advantage of this. This morning with us, I'm going to introduce the instructors first. We've got our trainers, Robert Rodriguez. Robert is our Senior VP of Technology Services. Robert has been with us since before we merged, so about 15 years. We have Connie Nieto, Senior Instructor of Technology Services. Connie's been with us for about 5 years, so she's got some real good expertise, or probably even more than 5 years already, Connie.
6.
Almost 7. We've got Maggie Carrillo, and Maggie is the Instructor of Technology Services, and Maggie has been with us, I think it's been 3, correct me if I'm wrong.
Almost. Okay. My anniversary is right around Connie's, so almost 3.
And then we've got Christy Dennis, and Christy is Instructor of Technology Services. Now, although Christy's been with us for a little bit over a year, what I love about Christy is that she has the experience, the real estate background from her prior professional lives and what she did before. We also have Leslie Rosales, and Leslie is our Miami outreach. And Leslie has been with us for about 7 years. So I'd like to welcome you all to our Ask the Trainer, October 2nd. We will be having one in Spanish in November. So if you know anyone in your office that wants a Spanish Ask the Trainers, we will be having one in November.
Thanks so much, Letty. Well, we're very excited and happy to join you today. The format just a little different. We went ahead and we prepared something to show you, some sneak peeks, some new stuff. We're very happy to be and excited to be with you today. We will be monitoring that chat and answering questions, but now we're going to get started with what we've prepared for you, our Miami members.
Good morning. So we wanted to talk to you about Matrix X because if you logged into Matrix recently, you may have noticed a few changes. Nothing crazy, but they did update the menu bar. So you no longer have a tab or a button for home. Now you can just click on that Miami logo in the top left corner, or you can hover over My Matrix and click on Dashboard, and that'll take you back to your home screen. Also, your notifications for things like concierge alerts are going to be located with a small bell icon next to your name in the top right corner. Next slide. So they redesigned the settings. Now when you click on your name and you go into your settings, the settings look completely different, but you still have my information here. So when you need to update your header, footer, email signature, you'll be able to still do that same way you always have. So it still functions the same way, it just looks a little different. Next slide. The contact manager has changed and it has been improved. So now when you click on a contact, you get a breakdown of everything that contact has done. So, and everything you've done for them. So what's nice is you kind of have like a dashboard per contact, and under activity in that bottom right corner, you'll see what they liked, what they discarded, what they marked as a possibility. So you get to see everything that contact has done and everything you've done for that contact on one screen. Next slide. The map. So they've also expanded the map. They've made it a little larger so it's easier to work with and easier to read. And then they've also added in under layers, a brand new set of layers that are focused on MLS statuses. Next slide. Thank you. So why is this important? Now that we have an upgrade or an update, I should say, with Matrix X and a new user interface, they are integrating with HomeSnap. So for my HomeSnap users, it's a mobile application. If you haven't downloaded it or activated it, please do so. We do have a class where we teach you how to use it called Mobile Realtor with Miami. And we have videos available for you on Miami Realtors Live and on YouTube. But now your Matrix contacts are visible in HomeSnap. Your saved searches are visible in HomeSnap, and your carts are visible in HomeSnap. You can also edit your listings directly from your cell phone via HomeSnap. Now, I got word of this after we finalized the presentation, but Matrix X and HomeSnap are also going to allow you to integrate with Facebook Marketplace for your residential rentals and your commercial leases. So if you want to know more about that, they will have a webinar for you on October 14th at 1 p.m. Make sure you register, but it's really exciting. All you have to do is add your listing to Matrix, and then automatically it goes to Facebook, and then you'll get leads from that. So make sure you attend to learn more. It's pretty exciting. And that's it for my part. So next slide. Who's next?
I am. Good morning, everyone. It's my turn. So for a while now, we've been talking about putting a nice presentation together of market stats. And coming soon on October 14th and 29th, we have our first classes called Market Stats with Matrix, RPR, and the South Florida Market Intel. It's a can't miss class, and it's going to be on Zoom. So let's go to the next slide, please. And with Matrix Stats, we're going to be talking about the Fannie Mae 1004 MC statistic report, which is an inventory analysis. We're going to show you about how to master your market. We're going to determine buyers and sellers, or buyers, market versus sellers market. We're going to see the median days on the market, also the median sales price. So we're going to determine, which market is selling faster, which one is actually taking a little longer. And we're going to do this for any subdivision, any building, any zip code, or even a whole city. All right, and then the next stat, please. So the next slide is actually going to tap into the actual stats section of Matrix, where we're going to learn how to pull historical counts of active listings, sales volumes, and then also the price trends and many other statistical reports. You're going to learn how to build your own report for your own dynamic presentation. Next slide, please. And then the next slide, we're going to move into RPR. And then in RPR, we have two different sections of the report. The first one is going to be the consumer segmentation. So we're going to learn about different tapestries for a particular neighborhood. If you are a commercial broker and you have a customer who's looking to open up a business, we're going to learn about that neighborhood and who lives there and who your potential customers will be. Next slide. And I think that this is my favorite one. And as far as the rest of the trainers, we've discussed it. This is really one of the good ones. We're going to learn how to use RPR to find spending habits. We're going to use RPR to find who exercises more, and who spends money on dining out, or who spends money on eating, buying clothing or shoes. And this is basically going to be done, with the RPR in-depth analysis, and we're going to be using the consumer reports that come out every year. Okay, and then on the next slide, we are going to talk about the South Florida Market Intel. And this is a huge section inside of the Miami Realtors website, where we're going to learn about all the different reports that are put together on a monthly basis. You're going to be able to download these reports and include them in your reports. It's going to have also have a monthly market focus video, which you can then learn from and then also share with your customers, as well as many other different reports from the Florida Realtors and of course your Miami Realtors. That's October 14th and October 29th. Look for it in Miami Realtors calendar and sign up for it.
Excuse me, Robert, where can they find the South Florida Market Intel?
Inside of Miami Realtors by going to news and then selecting South Florida Market Intel, or basically go to sfmarketintel.com.
Okay.
Yep, sfmarketintel.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I think we're pretty much finished with the presentation there. There you go.
Okay, guys, so we're going to be talking about also showing time. Showing time is one of the features that is part of your everyday business. You're going to be using showing time whenever you're working with or representing a buyer or a seller. So we wanted to talk about the best way to use showing time and to leverage it in order for you to be able to save time and also be more effective in your business. So normally we do want to talk about the property tour instead of going from one property to the next,
having little papers or Post-its on your desk with the different showings and the different information for the customers and the agents. You can do it all in one place. You can cart all of your listings together, and you can also map each property so that you can route the tour in the most effective way. It'll give your customer a better experience, and we do go over that. Showing time, we did the first class last month, and we are going to repeat it on October 21st. We also talk about the branded property report, which looks like this. It'll give your customer expectations of what's going to happen. We'll have a map view for them, the properties that they're going to see, and we can do it in a matter of a few clicks. Next slide. We also have this all available for us on a mobile application. The mobile app is super useful. You can use it on the go. And aside from using it on the go, you can actually schedule for properties. You can schedule tours as you're with your customer. So if you need to show them one more, it's available for you. You won't miss any of your tours or any of your appointments because you can sync it to your calendar. You can also use the feedback tool, which is a great tool if you're a listing agent, that you can request feedback from people that have actually previewed that property. And that'll help you have real conversations with your customers, whether it's having to adjust a price or having to adjust maybe repairs inside of a property as you go through the life of that listing. You also have it available to give access to your sellers. You also have reporting. So it's a great way for you to keep your seller interactive and knowledgeable of all the steps and all of the activity that's happening on your listing. It's very easy to download. You download it to your phone. Simply, you would just have to email yourself an authentication email, and that would be just enter your Miami email address. So the email that you use to register with the association, send yourself the authentication code, and you'll be able to use it. Next slide. Here we want to talk about taking advantage of both types of showings. So as things open up, we have in-person showings. We've had them for a little while, but aside from that, because of everything that's happened, virtual showings are normal. Virtual showings are something that our customers have learned to enjoy, to be able to do. And with this, a great idea to have is to have a plan to make sure that your in-person showings are safe. They make you look like a professional realtor. It adds an additional layer of service, and we have showing time guidelines available for you on our website under MLS that you can preview. Aside from that, virtual showings are fantastic to expand your business. You can go from nationwide, you can expand to global, and take advantage of Proxio Pro in order to be able to expand that showing of that listing, especially if your listing is luxury. You can also track all that in the reports. Next slide. The reports. So the reports helps you stay organized. It also helps you share that information, not only with yourself to make sure that you're getting done everything that you'd like to get done, but also with those customers. So you can send it to your seller on a weekly basis so they know the activity that's happening on their listing. So you can send it to them before they ask you. Aside from that, you'll have all of your information of your personal business regarding your listings, whatever changes of status you've made, or maybe a price change. It'll also keep track of your expiring listings so that you're able to contact that seller before it expires. Next slide. And of course, if you're going to show property, you need access. So if you're showing property, you're either going to need a Supra e-key if you're going to be showing, or you're going to need a lockbox if you have a listing. So we do have contactless pickup at 4 locations. And if you have any questions about wanting to get either that e-key or that Supra lockbox, please contact Supra at miamire.com. We also have it on our website, miamirealtors.com/. You can enter in Supra and access all of the additional details about Supra. Next slide.
Alrighty, now it's my turn. I get to talk to you about what's free from Miami. We have a whole page dedicated on website IDX and syndication information, multimedia, photos, customer engagement, paperless transactions, CRMs, big data, sellers and buyers, and global exposure. And that sounds great. But we had this flyer created and then a page created just for you, our member, miamirealtors.com/free from Miami. So I wanted to focus on a couple of things that we've had come out and maybe you didn't know or you hadn't heard of, but you do have access to when you go ahead and you feature your listings, when you're doing the virtual tours and you're doing the showing, to go ahead and prepare them and have them come out on South Florida Commercial Property Search or South Florida Open House Search. Both of these are for free. All you do is put in your public open house, right? You select virtual or just public, and you go ahead and list them. The open house featured on both corresponding sites. They're shared and featured with your information. We ask you to make sure to take a minute and go ahead and add your photo so everything shows your branding and information. Make sure that you select public open house, like I said. And for details on how to do this, take advantage of miamirealtorslive.com or youtube.com/miamitrainers, where we have information on both of these. Playlist dedicated to showing you how to use these. Also, if you have any questions or you would like to know more about this, join us for an MLS 401 class, an ad edit and listing maintenance class, where we provide you details on how to set up your listing, and then go ahead and set up these virtual open houses that you can do for free. Next, something that I find exciting is, since we have these virtual open houses, Miami now offers you access to ImmoViewer for free. It takes your first 15 pictures and creates a wonderful presentation. So I'm going to take a minute now and show you this. So selecting great photos and publishing and posting them onto your listing is great, but also having a video tour done for free is magnificent. You as Miami members have free access to ImmoViewer. It creates it, it auto-populates, right? It's an unlimited access to do it. Here you have an unbranded video that people can share. Easy way to get access to your listings, free again, from Miami. And then we have Wiki Realty. Wiki Realty currently gives us an opportunity to become the leading local market expert by posting through their system. It allows you to post information, right, on your area, whether it's dining, what's happening, what's going on, schooling, etc. Build lasting relationships and stay on top of being in touch with your customers, future, past, and present. So Wiki Realty is an automated marketing and advertising tool available to you again for free. For details on it, you could go to that Free from Miami page that I mentioned and click on Wiki Realty, or like always, miamirealtors.com/Wiki Realty. Next, we have Builders Update. We're always looking for that new inventory home, and this is a new and exclusive from Miami. Easy to use, where you can just set it up. You click and the instructions are there. You can search for pre-construction in your area and find a new and creative way to get a lead generation. So capture your audience to share the construction in your area and make use of this free product from Miami members. Global exposure. I think we've mentioned it a couple of times. I think we mentioned it last time as well. You have access to IMLS, Proxio, and more. Access to a whole page dedicated on our site on global with foreign partners, global research and resources, world properties, listings automatically shared to both of these systems, international MLSs, the referral system, and a profile. What does that mean? I like to emphasize that if you have a profile and an ability to have a profile out there, take the time to go ahead and create your profile, put up your photo, put up your information, how people can contact you. If you don't have listings now, take advantage of the time and do it anyway. So when you do, everything has your branding and your information on it. And with that, We also wanted all trainers to share this resource link and information. If you'd like to take a picture of it or use it, we can provide it to you as well. But these are links on how to get a hold of our trainings, our Facebook Live, Instagram, calendar, and how easy it is to navigate on our site. So again, my part was about what's free from Miami. So much more on that page and on that flyer. So if you're interested, simply visit miamirealtors.com/free from Miami.
Wow, thank you all.
You're welcome.
There's a couple of questions that are coming in through the Q&A, so I'm going to go ahead and read them, and then if you can answer them, that would be great. Is there an app for getting reviews from clients?
Sorry, I was answering that as you were reading it.
Yeah.
They were asking for an app to collect reviews from clients. They were using Rate My Agent, so another option is Real Satisfied as well, unless anyone else can think of anything else. I know they have Rate My Agent and Real Satisfied.
And then regarding the virtual open houses, we want to make sure that everyone knows that once we set up in MLS, it will automatically appear in South Florida openhousesearch.com. So, okay. Also, how does the public know about this? And it's Florida openhousesearch.com.
How do they know about it?
How do they know about it? It's a consumer-friendly site. Anyone can visit it. So if you're searching for open house, it'll populate and the info goes directly there. Once you enter it, I believe it's on the same day that you enter it that it automatically flows in. And what I was mentioning about branding and making sure your photo appears is there's a different segment and matrix where you go ahead and add your photo. It's under Add, Edit, and Roster. And you should make sure that you put your picture. We do try to show that in our MLS 401 class every time that we teach it, but sometimes people forget. So populating is easy. The steps are simple. You just, once you have your listing, you click Edit, select Open House, and one of the selections is Virtual Public Open House. Click to that, put in your info, and then automatically it shares onto both sites.
Okay, and we need to make sure that the public is aware of this site and that our agents are making them aware of this site.
We share it often on our social media. And like I say, it's a public site, so people that's searching for open house can easily find it.
And also the reason that it's South Florida Open House Search is because of the keywords. So anyone in the general public who goes to Google and searches for open houses in Miami or what have you, one of the results they'll possibly get is ours because they made sure to use certain keywords. So
and thank you to our CEO, Teresa Kinney, that's on the webinar as well. She just mentioned that our open house site is also advertised every week in the Miami Herald, and it's also on Google search.
I want to also mention that on the 20th of October, we have our first virtual presentation of your listing class, where we're going to go over ImmoViewer and the steps to building a presentation through ImmoViewer. Also Remind Live, and we are going to talk about the South Florida Open House Search and how to get your listings on this website as well. That's going to be October 20th in both English and in Spanish, our first class.
Great. Any other questions? I've seen some great comments. Andrea Sanchez is saying that we're fabulous and that she loves everything that we're doing. They are really enjoying these Ask the Trainers and the little snippets that you were giving of presentations. Again, if they have any questions, if they can go ahead and put them in on the chat and we'll make sure to cover. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Excited to be in touch and see everyone.
It's great to be Miami. Thank you, everyone. It's been a great morning with you. We really appreciate you and everything you do for our consumers and for our community. We look forward to seeing you next month. Well, actually, next month it'll be in Spanish, and it will be Ask the Trainers en Español. Someone's asking me about SRS designation. Do you have a class? We just had one in August. I probably won't be having another one until sometime in December. I have to check with the instructor and see what her calendar is looking like. I do have an SFR, the short sale and foreclosure class, scheduled for November 12th. And I have the SRES, which is a senior real estate specialist, scheduled for October 26th and 27th. Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. And remember, you can go to miamirealtorslive.com. You log in and you can look for any of these webinars. We make sure to edit them and have them continuously available for you there. You can access them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope everyone has a great weekend.
Likewise.
Bye.